Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Give me an energetic donation to the channel. Helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates from this late night reading and leave the rest. And let's call on Spirit and let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective. One that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel and protect my beautiful collective. And beautiful you are. Thank you so much for your love, your likes, and your subscribes. I so appreciate you. I love you. Agape love to each and every one of you, my friends. All right, so this is a late night reading. We're going to do some Reiki-esque, and if you are not into that, you can certainly fast forward to the actual tarot reading. I will not be insulted by any of that. Like I mentioned, confirmation. These are collective readings, any energy, any sign. Energy does not have a gender, but I will use the 3D terms of he or she. Please do not get hung up on that. If you go by the pronouns of they or them, please fill in the blanks there, okay? And let's start. Let's do the sweeping of the aura, clearing the energy in this room. All right, so let's do it. Now, if you have any sensitivity to sound, I'm going to make some noise up in here. So I have a selenite stick, and I'm going to pass it through a few times. There we go. Thank you so much for your loyalty, as I mentioned before. I so appreciate that. And past, present, and future energy is always at play if I haven't mentioned that. So if it doesn't sound like it's your reading, it could be about a person that you're tuning in for or a situation that they're currently going through or will go through or has gone through. All right, so we have black obsidian. Pass it through. Thank you. Clearing the energy. We got the nut rattle as well. Clear out any energy from a beautiful collective. Excellent. And let's properly ring in the gong and call in spirit in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Thank you so much for your patience. Now we're going to get to it by going into what your person would say or what their situation, what they're going through with the hidden truth. I have a few different decks, messages of love. Let's get to it to start this reading out. All right, Spirit. Give me a message for the general collective, my friends. What would this person say, or what would their person say? It says retreat. Oh, somebody's going on a retreat, time alone. Somebody's looking for you everywhere, hoping to bump into you, accidentally, of course. Accidentally on purpose. You and I were too young. For some of you, there was an age barrier to the connection. All right. Oops, coming out. I regret lying to you. Oh, God. Addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship. So somebody lied to you, or you felt like somebody lied to you. I feel like their higher self is admitting this. Addictions could be affecting the connection. They're not over you. Maybe they pretended that they were. Maybe they said that they were to other people to make themselves feel better about the situation ending, whether it was your decision or theirs. I knew exactly what I was doing, so they could have been trying to control the narrative. I compare others to you, so whatever relationships they may be in or situationships, they're still like measuring those individuals up against you. And they don't react when people mention you. Oh boy, but they're not over you. They're just like, what is it called? Suffering in silence? That's what I'm hearing. Suffering in silence. Wishing that you would come back to them. But you're not. So let's get on with it. Let's do it. Let's get into my mystic and see what's going on here. Spirit, what happened in this situation? Why did they lie having sleepless nights, one or both of you. You could be feeling this person telepathically. Lots of options, okay? So they regret lying to you. I feel like they regret lying to you that they were over you or that you didn't matter to them. Saying here they never stopped loving you. But they were avoiding the connection, avoiding commitment. Now they're avoiding you. They look for you everywhere, but even if they see you, they're not going to come towards you, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, betrayed. Maybe you felt like they betrayed you, betrayed your friendship, betrayed your trust, betrayed the relationship if you were in one. Yeah, addictions is here again, double confirmation of an addiction. Whether it's a sexual addiction or it's a chemical addiction. Could be drinking a lot is what I'm hearing too. Trying to forget you, burying themselves in either addictive behaviors or work or both. They want you to unblock them. You could have blocked this person on social media or on your phone. But they're watching you, keeping track of you, but pretending they're not. I need you. I feel like this is their higher self saying this. I feel like the 3D version is saving face, sex magic. So somebody could be performing sex magic willingly, knowingly or unknowingly, willingly or not. Maybe they can't help themselves. Sex magic. Ooh, my goodness. What is this about? Wait a minute. I just seen something here. Flipped out. Fear of change kept them stuck in situations that they were familiar with, maybe addictions that they didn't feel like they could overcome. Could be sex. Could be sex, because sex magic is here. So it could be situations where they were low vibing, attaching themselves sexually to a lot of different people and having these ties. Because when you lay down with a person, when you exchange that kind of intimacy with a person, you have almost like a soul tie with that person, a connection with that person. It's not necessarily you can see it, but it's like kind of cord that you tie to a person with each connection that you have. And it's, this person has a lot because maybe they are an addict of sex as well as addictive substances. Any other cards for this spirit? Something wants to come out. They lost everything. And I don't feel like necessarily it could be financially, but I feel like for somebody out there, it could be financially. They lost everything without you, but I feel like they lost their soul. You could have been this person's conscience. You could have been this person's anchor. And without that, they're just like diving deep into the cesspool more because they don't have you to anchor them. Even though they betrayed you, they weren't loyal to you while they were with you. But they see your transformation, and it's trying to, I feel like it's motivating this person to try to change too. You could be a tarot card reader and they're watching you online, or they're getting tarot card readings about you. I feel like they underestimated the connection between the two of you. They underestimated your pull and what you meant to them. And now they feel lost without you because you're gone. You were the anchor, you were the glue, and even if it wasn't like a sexual connection that you had with this person, maybe you had a friendship with this person, it was something that they desperately needed. When you come into a person's life, you come in to transform. But not only do you come in to transform people and create change, start the process, but you also transform yourself. You also are transformed. Because you can't go around touching people's lives without it affecting you, especially when you're an empath. So not only are you changing lives when you come across people and you meet people, but you're also transformed forever too, because they've done some, it's almost like one hand washes the other, as my father would say. By us putting ourselves out there, giving a little piece of ourselves, we also get that exchange in kind, where people transform us too. We learn things from each person that we come across and meet. Not only do we transform them or create the process that starts it, even if we never see it, you know, we start the ball rolling and God makes it grow. Obviously, we can plant a seed of intention by just being in a person's presence, and then God makes it grow. But the person that we are touching, their life has to be willing to change. And when they are, that's when God will water that and it'll grow. Free will's at play. But regardless of whether or not this person ever elevates to the potential that God sees in them and you see in them, you are forever transformed by meeting people. You're learning all the time. That's a good thing. Spirit, give me some information on this betrayal. Yeah, there was an ending. They possibly betrayed you by ghosting you and leaving you alone and not explaining why it ended. You could be a Queen of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you could be very creative, you could be very sexy, you could be very matter of fact. It's like fire signs are very passionate people, but they're also like, especially in Aries, they're going to say it like it is. The Hierophant, there is a traditional element confirmation to you that maybe kind of gives people the wrong impression, you know, that you're like a goody two-shoes of some sort. But you also have this wild element of a fire sign. Or it could be opposite, that you're so wild, you're very blunt, you're very, you know, matter of fact, take it or leave it, it doesn't matter if you're offended. You could be like that too. As Aries, sometimes we are a little blunt, but people would be surprised that you have a traditional side to you. You know, you have more substance than that. Knight of Wands, this could be a person that's very adventurous and inspired by you, passionate about you. It's kind of like immaturity. Maybe they could be younger than you, this person, and they were in and out of your life. Eight of Swords is here. They feel imprisoned. They're keeping away from you because of their negative thoughts. If they hurt you, they feel like, how can I come back from that? I'm not going to swallow my pride and apologize. This is a ego-driven person. They feel like they would have to grovel, and maybe this person has too much pride to do any of that. Nine of Cups, but they also want to have the Nine of Cups with you, ultimate fulfillment. They know they could have that with you if they could swallow their pride. That's why it's kind of on the fence as to what they're going to do. This is energy readings, my friend, and it can change. People's energies can change like people's minds change, but right now this person is thinking about coming towards you. They want to come towards you, but they have a lot of different, I guess, healing to do and loose ends to tie up. They're not ready. Ace of Pentacles, but you are. You're moving forward. Could be working on something new. Ace is the beginning of something. Yes, but this person keeps revisiting the past. Maybe you knew them at work and now you're starting a different project somewhere else, or you're starting a new job somewhere else. But this person keeps thinking heavily about you. They never forgot you, even though they moved forward without you. Knight of Swords is here. This could be a very action-oriented person. Maybe they want to come towards you quick and tell you the truth. They're thinking about that. Yes. They want to invest Seven of Pentacles in you. But maybe they don't feel like they have enough, or maybe it's not enough to just apologize. They feel like you're just going to block them, you know, or you're just going to, you know, reject them. Yeah, they're going to reject them. That's how it feels. A couple more cards, Spirit. What's going to happen here in this situation? Not on the floor, Spirit. Sorry, I wasn't specific enough, apparently. I want a card, but not on the floor. Spirit, come through. Ten of Swords, yeah. I mean, I feel like this is heartbreaking. Maybe you really did feel like they backstabbed you. They walked away. They made a judgment call. But, you know, believe it or not, this person really cared about you. But their own internal struggles, their own addictions, and I'm not trying to make excuses for people, but addictions is a real thing, and addictions can be very difficult to overcome. We all have addictions on some level. Whether it be food, whether it be chemical, you know, mental struggles that people are challenged with. It's like we all struggle with something. And this person made a poor judgment call that broke their heart, not just yours, when they walked away from you. Ten of Cups. They loved you. They loved you. They just didn't know how to overcome the challenges in their own mental state at the time when they knew you, and they didn't feel like they had enough to offer you at the time, or they could overcome the addictions or whatever it is they were going through in their life. Could be sex addiction. And maybe they were embarrassed to even tell you that they were entertaining this one, that one, and the third, that maybe you would judge them harshly. Because if you're this blunt individual, this Queen of Wands, they were afraid that maybe you would look differently at them. And so they didn't want to sully your opinion. So they would rather you think that they just ghosted you and moved forward than to tell you the truth about what they were going through. And it's a real dilemma. Now they feel like time has gone by, or the damage is done, the bridge is burnt. How are they going to come back to you? But they do want to. But energy can change. But right now, this is what your person feels like. They're up against the fence here. They don't know whether to fight for this connection or even if you want them at all, because, you know, time has gone by and maybe you don't even speak to this person. They don't really know where your heart is or where your mind is. They know what they want. They want Ten of Cups with you, but they don't know if you're just going to reject them. And this person has a hard time with that. Maybe they've never had to face people rejecting them. But you have to honor thyself. Okay? What does it say here? Just curious, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, or sublime? It matters. He is looking at you, gorgeous. The universe. P.S. Okay? Hubba, hubba counts. I love it. Self-worth is a huge problem with humankind. It really, really is. It can block us. It can send us in all different directions looking for validation from other people. It can haunt us, and it's a monkey on a person's back. It really is probably one of the hardest addictions to overcome, is to love yourself and to not worry about what other people think. Your person is trapped in their mind, probably feeling regret for what they've done, and the challenges that they have had to overcome are really deep. It had a grip on them, and if it's still going on, it still has a grip on them. Addiction is a real thing, and trying to overcome it is a challenge. The fact that they want you for you, give them credit for where credit is due. It's not an easy thing. My prayers go out to this person, because I know that it's not easy to overcome addictions. I've known people that have had addictions in their life, and self-worth is big. It's a huge thing to look in the mirror and like what you see. Not, most people, when they look in the mirror, all they see is their flaws. And we can be our worst critics. And this person is so much more critical of themselves than other people ever could possibly be. And that's the challenge that they're facing. And that's the reason they're here. We all have our challenges. So you are helping this person to overcome their challenges based on your transformations, or based on the situations you've gone through in your life that they're watching you, and really they're learning from you. So keep going and glowing. And maybe this person can look in the mirror someday and like what they see on the other end of it. And only when they do that and can let go of the past and the regret, okay, is when they'll be able to move forward. because I feel like at this point, the relationship's at a standstill because of these challenges that they have to overcome and the hurt that you have to overcome, and forgive this person for what they did. Until you can do that, this relationship will be at a standstill, and it'll only be in the dream phase, which is what he's doing, which this person's doing now. That's all I have for you for Empress Aries 88. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe, because I would love to have you as part of my soul family. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.